Okay, welcome to Bonnywood Farms. Today is a privilege to have you once again, and today I want to briefly talk about something very important which most farmers will not understand. You know. Okay, now in relation to setting up your housing, there are some factors, or let me say, one of the most important factor you need to consider is the factor that will help you maintain moisture in your snail farm, and that is one of the most important things you need to have in place to be successful in your snail farming. There are a lot of factors that actually determine snail mortality, and mostly most farmers, what you know is when you don't feed your snails well, when there is sun reaching your snails, when you don't give your snails enough calcium supplements, when you keep your farm dirty or your pen dirty, when you allow ants and pests and predators into your farm, when you overcrowd your farm, when you have a low knowledge about management of your snail farm. Okay, so there are a lot of factors that actually causes mortality, but I can tell you that most of the time, what you think is the cause of mortality is not really the cause of mortality, because there are so many farmers who are doing virtually or practically everything right, but their snails are still experiencing mortality. And that is what I want to teach you today in this training. So we'll be talking about a major factor, very massive factor most snail farmers ignore, that is actually causing the problem in their farms. Especially when you're following our soilless systems where vapor escape is highly controlled. The smaller pen will be better, the bigger pens will dry faster. So if you have a smaller pen, there is a high possibility that the snails will survive better, your snails will mate better, your snails will lay egg better, and they will eventually grow better. Okay, so if these are done, you are going to have a satisfying result. So don't just say I'm just starting and I need a very big pen. Now the point is that I'm not saying big pen is bad. Any farmer who has a very wide pen, maybe like 5 feet by 5 feet, maybe 2-3 meters by 2-3 meters, is usually an issue to new farmers. So it is better that you have a rectangular pen that shouldn't be more than 1.5 to 2 feet width, and the length around 5 feet to 5.5 to 6 feet. Okay, but a lot of new farmers want to have a pen of around 3 to 4 feet, 3 to 5 feet by width, and 8 to 10 feet by length. Well, unless you understand the dynamics surrounding snail farming, you are going to make a mess out of that box, that arch system or concrete pen you are going to set up. You're going to make a mess out of it, because you will not understand the level of mulching materials you will need to add to make sure the moisture is maintained in the pen. All right. So, but if you have a smaller pen, a smaller box, it is easy for you to maintain the moisture, and the moisture will stay longer in the pen. That is the main point of this video. Please don't forget, the moisture will stay longer in smaller pen with good moisture, with good mulching materials, than in a big pen with the same amount of moisture, mulching material, sometimes even more, because the escape of moisture will be higher. So if you are starting out in your snail farming, think about starting out with a small size of pen. That is why if you go through our YouTube videos, you will understand that almost all our pens are are small. They are not that big. It's not that we cannot manage big pens. We can, at this level of experience we've had in snail farming, we can make a massive size of pen and then still maintain the moisture and still handle the pen perfectly. Okay, but the smaller pens gives us less stress and is easier to manage, easier to clean, easier to monitor, easier to pick eggs and all that. So a lot of factors are there aside the moisture maintenance it has. So if you're a new farmer or a young farmer who want to start out a snail farm, I would advise you to start out with a small snail pen. Okay, small, not in the sense that extremely small, because the smaller the pen, the lower the density of the pen it will be. So but get a considerably size of pen like I've mentioned before, and then start out your experience. Ensure to have a lot of mulching materials inside, and you will see the magic that will work for you in the snail system. You must never forget that mulching materials and moisture in your snail farm usually goes together. They goes hand in hand. So to have good moisture, you must sprinkle efficiently and have a lot of mulching materials. Notwithstanding, you have to understand that having a small pen alone is not enough to succeed in snail farming. It is just part of the contributing factors of your success. Please understand this, so that you don't say I started up with a small pen and this, that, and all that. So having a small pen is just one of the major ways of how you can have a better, a convenient and more resultful system of snail housing.
Even if you have a big pen, a massive pen like we have, ensure that the compartments are small, the compartments are sizable for effective moisture retaining.
So that being said, you have to understand that the box alone, size of the box alone is not enough. You have to ensure you give your snails food as often as possible, and the food should be good enough, and also ensure that you mix peels, plantain peels, potato peels. You go with veggies and leaves, very important. You go with fruits, calcium supplements are needed, and any other food that is suitable for snails. I've actually made a video on list of snail foods. There's a very massive list, so you can go to that video and watch that video. I think I'll keep the video in the description link, so you go watch that video on a list of food. Okay, you have to give them good food, and then you have to also ensure that the moisture is appropriate. That means your water sprinkling have to be top notch. Okay, a good level of water sprinkling should be maintained. If you want a good moisture in your snail farm, the water sprinkling should not be taken lightly. So go with a smaller pen. Okay, then be sure you are aware of the management practices. I can tell you that you have more results compared to having a very massive, big size of intensive pen, and you are trying to make results out of it. Okay, so this will help your farming activities. Thank you for watching this video. If you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe and click the notification bell, so you will be notified whenever we upload useful videos like this. We love you for hanging around, and come tomorrow or next for more videos.